back to my channel. So today I will be sharing with you my labor story as well as introducing my little baby to you. I will be introducing him to you at the end of this video just because he is sleeping and happy right now, and I don't want to wake him up and have him start crying during the video because I want to get this out for you guys. So I had my baby. He was born on January 12th, so 6 days late. He was born at 4:55 a.m. His name is Aaron Gabriel. I'll have it spelled in the description for you guys if you're interested in the spelling of it. We kind of chose that name. I chose Aaron because I really like shorter names that don't have, like, you can't get a nickname for it because I don't like certain nicknames. And then my husband chose Gabriel, and we were really happy with the name, and we think it suits him perfectly. I have so much to share with you guys, so I don't even know where to start. I'm just so excited about everything. I'm filming this video, and he's 2 days old today, so he'll be 2 days old when I show him to you, and he's absolutely precious. So to start, I'm going to give you the specs, and then I'll explain how the whole labor and delivery and everything went. So he was 21.5 inches long. I knew he was going to be long because my husband's tall, but he weighed 8 pounds 12 ounces, so that was more than more than John weighed, which was surprising and painful, let me tell you, to say the least. But yeah, he was a big baby, but very healthy and strong, and yeah, it's really exciting. So like I said, he's 2 days old today. He was born January 12th, and I will start my story. So on January 11th, I went and got actually a haircut, and we were walking in the mall, and I was like, this is the last chance I'm gonna have to get a haircut and pick up last items I need before baby arrives. So we decided to go get all that done. I had no idea that I would go into labor that night. But anyways, I was getting my haircut. I had just normal contractions like Braxton Hicks and whatever, so I wasn't worried about it. And we were walking in the mall, and I did have a few painful, stronger contractions, but I've been having that for the past month that I figured, okay, it's nothing. And yeah, we just kept going on. Anyways, we came home that night, and I started feeling a lot of pressure, but I haven't also been feeling that. As you guys know, if you've been watching my updates, I've been having a lot of pelvic pressure and all that, and a lot of lightning crotch. So for me, it was kind of like whatever, like brush it off, but it was really painful. So that night we went to bed. We stayed up, watched a TV show, and then we went to bed at midnight. My husband fell asleep, and I couldn't sleep. Like, I was just in too much like pain from him punching my crotch or whatever. So I was just lying in bed, and it got to the point where I was just tossing and turning so much. I didn't want to wake up my husband. So I was like, I'm going to go down and sleep on the couch. This was 2 a.m., so 2 hours after we went to bed. I stood up to go downstairs, and I felt trickle down my leg, and I was like, did I just pee? Like, I honestly thought it was pee. I was like, this is like, because of all the pressure, I was like, did I honestly not just make it to the bathroom? Like, I was so embarrassed with myself. I got to the bathroom, and then I realized, no, it's not pee. It's actually my water broke. Because after I went pee, I stood up again, and again, more fluid came out, and I was like, okay, my water broke. I never knew what it was like for my water to break because my first time I got induced, so I didn't know what to expect. But yeah, it was my water, and I was kind of like, oh, okay. So I called the midwives right away, and told them my water broke, and they said, okay, just sit tight, and once your contractions start getting about 5 minutes apart, head to the hospital and give us a call. So I had no idea how quick my labor was going to go. I went downstairs on the couch, put a towel on the couch, and I just lied down, or tried it to, and then I got one super painful, strong contraction. And as you guys know, my baby was posterior, so it was all in my back. It was really painful, but I was able to just breathe through it, and it was gone. So I had a bunch of them, and they're about 8 minutes apart. So I was like, okay, nothing to be worried about yet. However, the weather was absolutely crappy outside. It's super, super snowy, blizzardy, and the hospital is about 25 minutes away. So I was kind of like, I'm not sure when to leave because I know it's going to take us a long time. We're going to be driving slower. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get everything ready by the door, and then I'll see how my contractions are. So I stood up, I got, everything we need for the hospital, got it all ready at the door so my husband could just grab and throw everything in the cart. And I started feeling them again and again. They were so painful. And at this point, they were 5 minutes. No, not 5 minutes. Sorry. They were 7 minutes apart. So I went to my husband upstairs, woke him up, and I was like, okay, listen, my water broke. My contractions are 7 minutes apart. Let's go to the hospital. So we got ready. We grabbed John because we were going to take him to my parents' house, and we all went in the car. As we're driving, my contractions are very strong, but I'm able to make it through. And they're still 7 minutes apart. And we start driving, and then all of a sudden I look at the clock, and they went from 7 minutes to 3 minutes apart. So I called my mom. I was like, listen, we're not dropping John off at your house anymore. We are going straight to the hospital. Send someone there to come grab John in the car seat and then take him home. Because this is in the middle of the night, so he's supposed to be sleeping. So we're like 20 minutes away from the hospital, and my contractions are 3 minutes apart, and I am feeling at this point like I'm going to kill someone because I'm in so much pain, especially because he was posterior. Anyways, we end up getting right to the hospital. We go to the emergency exit. By the time we go and check in, my contractions are now 2 minutes apart, very strong. So they take me in right away, put me in a room. I get on the bed, and I'm literally like, I go onto all fours, and I'm like clenching my fists, and they are coming really close together. So the nurse was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to check you and see how dilated you are. And at this point, my dad had met us at the hospital and took John. So it was about 3 a.m. when I got to the hospital. I forgot to mention that. We left the house at around 2:30, and we got to the hospital around 3. So at 3 a.m., my contractions were about 2 minutes apart. The nurse came in, checked me, and I was 8 centimeters dilated. So that meant like baby's coming anytime now. So it was a very quick labor. So yeah, I was on all fours, and all of a sudden I was like, okay, I need to push. So by 3:30, I was pushing. Like it was full force, pressure and everything. So I started pushing and pushing. And then Midwives had me, I first started on all fours, and then they had me turn onto my side, and then eventually onto my back. And that was to get baby to shift, hopefully, from the posterior position and put him properly so that he can come out quick. He didn't turn, which was unfortunate for me because it was obviously so much more painful. For those of you who have had a posterior baby, you will know. I did not have any meds, so no morphine, no epidurals, absolutely no help at all. So it was 100% natural, which was awesome. That was my goal, and I'm so happy I was able to do it. In the moment, I was like, I need something right now, but I ended up making through it, and it was great. But I ended up pushing for an hour and a half straight. It was pretty intense. They couldn't get him to turn, but eventually he did come out. And he did have some squishes and bruises, obviously, from coming out face up instead of face down. But overall, it worked out really well. So he was born at 4:55, and in total, my labor was 3 hours, which I mean is not bad at all. I cannot complain. It was obviously so painful not having any medication and having him posterior and having him so freaking big, but it was amazing, and it was so much better than my first time around because I was induced and all that. You guys know the story. So I was really happy how it went. So yeah, baby came out. They waited. We actually did skin to skin first for a while, which I really wanted. They waited to weigh him and everything until I had about 15-20 minutes of skin to skin. So while he was on me, I ended up delivering the placenta pretty quickly, and they didn't give me any oxytocin or anything to help deliver the placenta because I did it on my own pretty quick, and I did not have much bleeding at all, which was great. In terms of tearing, I didn't really have any muscular tears. However, I did tear my perineum, I don't know how to say it, a little bit, but I didn't get any stitches for it just because it's just the skin. So it wasn't a bad tear, which was, again, so much different than my first time. I had no episiotomies, absolutely nothing like that. So no stitches, which was so good. And that was about it. There was really like no complications at all this pregnancy, like nothing to concern me or anyone with, and it was really good. So they delivered the placenta and cleaned me up, and they weighed John and everything, and then, or Aaron, and then shortly after I breastfed him, and that is for a whole other update. At my 1 week update, I'll be updating you on how breastfeeding has been going and all that stuff. So I'll save that for another video. I don't want this one to be too long. But it was definitely such an amazing experience. Super painful. I'm done for a while now. I'm like, that was it. Like in the moment, I was like, I'm not having any more kids. This is too much. But he's such a beautiful baby. I will introduce him to you in a minute. And I'm just so thankful for all the, the help of the midwives, and the nurses were great. It was so wonderful. So it was a much more peaceful birth this time around. I didn't have anyone in the room with me except my husband and then the 2 midwives and the nurse. So it was just a quiet, really nice birth, and it was so enjoyable. One thing I forgot to mention, we did end up leaving the hospital 12 hours later. So we stayed 12 hours because he had to get some tests done. But as soon as the tests were done, we came home, and it was nice because I didn't have any tears or stitches or anything like that. I was actually able to walk, and again, I'll update you in my upcoming video, but I'm feeling pretty great. And yeah, this birth was so much better than my first one. But yeah, I will introduce Aaron Gabriel to you. And so this is Aaron Gabriel. He's 2 days old and starving all the time. Oh, he's such a big boy, and he's such a good boy. He's been sleeping really well, and I'll update you guys on all that in about in a few days at our 1-week postpartum update. But he's been such a good boy. I want you guys to get a close look at him. So let's see. There. Say hi, everyone. He has a lot of hair, but he doesn't have as much as John. He's not as hairy, but he still has a lot. Ooh. Okay, are you going to say bye? Say nice to meet you. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this video. He stinks, so I'm going to change his bum, but thank you for all your love and support throughout my entire pregnancy. The whole journey has been absolutely incredible, and I'm so happy to finally have my little man in my arms. It's truly an amazing miracle. So, I gotta go feed him too. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.